Well then guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. What have I just watched? What have we just witnessed there? You think about what happened in that Man City game and what we have just watched against Bournemouth. It's like night and day. It is just like a different side. Newcastle United have just beat Bournemouth 4-1. Should have been 4-0, but it wouldn't be a classic Newcastle United win without letting a goal in before the end. But, you know, I'll take it. Wow. I mean, the confidence we played with. You know what? Bournemouth weren't great. Bournemouth and Man City are not the same team. Bournemouth did not have a great game today. Unfortunately, you can see why. They are down in the relegation zone at the moment. They gave us a lot of time on the ball. They weren't closing us down, but you know, we made the most of it. We made the most of it. Started the game off really well. Quick off our feet. Gayle grabs himself a goal. I'm happy to see him getting a goal. He was giving it a bit of this. I'm not sure if that's because of the stick he got after he missed the sitter against Man City. He probably deserved a bit of stick, to be honest, because it was an absolute sitter that he missed. But he played today. He scored a goal. I'm happy for him. Sean Longstaff put a fantastic challenge in. Great pressure for us to get the ball and pass it off to Gayle to grab that goal. So that was 1-0 after 5 minutes. And playing against Bournemouth, who are a team who are not overly confident as it is. Their best striker, goal scorer, Callum Wilson, wasn't playing because he's had too many yellow cards. So, I don't think they would have been. But then, they are in the relegation zone and they need to be fighting for it. It looked a bit like us against Man City. They just didn't really turn up. But we did. And as I say, scoring within 5 minutes is going to get you that extra bit of confidence. Players who started, Shelvey was back in the team. Looked so creative. Bentaleb looked good. I thought we held the ball really well in the middle, playing the 4-3-3 rather than the 4-2-3-1. The three centre mids, Bentaleb, Shelvey and Longstaff all looked really good in the middle. Just taking our time with the ball. As I say, Bournemouth weren't pressing us overly hard, which made it a bit nicer for us to take a bit more time on the ball than we might normally. But I thought we made the most of it. I thought we really looked good. Sean Longstaff grabs himself a goal. People were saying, that he hadn't looked great recently. He wasn't on the pitch long because he had to go off injured not long after his goal, to be fair. But what a finish. Left-footed Saint-Max takes it around two players. I mean, the two players that are meant to be marking him have had a bit of a shocker, to be honest. There's two players who are trying to track him down. One of them just gives up. The other one follows him, but he cuts it back in. Sean Longstaff, left foot, top left-hand corner. And that's what we want to see for him. He had a lot of promise when he came in. He had his injury. He's come back. He's not quite being the same. And hopefully, this is what we need after a very disappointing game against Man City. It was disappointing for the fans. It must have been disappointing for the players because they have really come back. You could tell they were trying to prove a point today. They really wanted to show us what they can do. And they did. As I say, Sean Longstaff looked brilliant. Hopefully that gets his confidence up. Hopefully the injury isn't too serious. And that was it. First half over. Bournemouth didn't have a whole lot, to be honest, that I can remember. I think they may have had a corner or two, I think. And that was it. Second half starts up. What happens? Bournemouth go and score. Thank God we got saved by the post, and then comes off the post. King heads it in, and King was offside. So we got away with that one. And to be honest, in a way, I think it was good that it happened because it was good because it was offside and it didn't count. But it was good because instantly, hang on here, we might be winning 2-0, but this game isn't over. I think that really woke the players up and went, oh, You know, we need to keep going like this because, you know, you've had a 15-minute break, you're 2-0 up. You know, you could go and just sit on the ball for 45 minutes. I think something like that happening just clicks you on just that little bit longer. So the second half starts up. You know, Saint-Max picking up the ball in the middle of midfield looked brilliant. There was a run he made when he looked a bit. It reminded me of Ben Arthur's goal against Bolton when he runs through the entire team and puts it in. He picked it up in our half, running through all the players. He plays it in to Miggy, who tries to knock it past a player, and he doesn't quite get it right. But again, you know, it was just, I think the biggest thing for me today was just that I know Steve Bruce has had a lot of stick for the Man City game, and I think the most frustrating thing is that we didn't have a goal. You know, we changed it from the 4 at the back to the 5. We changed some personnel, presumably because we wanted to rest people. I think the big thing with the Man City game was that was our big moment. You know, first FA Cup quarter final in 15 years. We want to see us have a go at it. And bear with me, I understand why Brucey did what he tried to do because it's Man City and he thought defensive was the best form of attack, or is it he thought hang on till the end and hope we'll get a last minute goal is what he wanted. And you know, as fans, as I say, I understand why he tried it, but when you've got to a quarter final after playing a certain way and playing, you know, some good football after the last couple of weeks, to just chuck everything that we've done in the last 6 games out the window and go, okay, now we're going to do 5 at the back again. Remember when we used to do this last season? We've not done in absolutely ages. Well, we're going to try it. And it just, when you've waited so long for that chance to get to semi-final, get to Wembley, that's why it was frustrating. So it was so good to see the players come out and just play the way we want to see them play. They were held back against Man City. They weren't today. And as I say, Bournemouth weren't great, but we were good. Third goal, Almiron gets on the score sheet. I'm pretty sure it was Saint-Max who put the ball into him, and he got the assist for Sean Longstaff's goal as well. So again, Saint-Max really showing what he can do. What a finish by Almiron. Again, just that confident. You know, it's so different when you're up in a game and you're playing a team who just aren't high on confidence. Just that extra bit of time, and just there was no pressure at that point. You know, we're already winning. You know, you can try something a little bit different. Wrong-footed Almiron puts it in the top left-hand corner. I mean, Sean Longstaff did it in the first half with his left foot. Almiron did it in the second for the third goal with his right foot. And then Lazaro goes and grabs a fourth. Fantastic run in off the last defender. Through ball through to him from Shelvey, I think it was, who again looked great. I mean, that's the perfect game for Shelvey. Time on the ball. You know, he can look around, he can do what he wants. He had a little bit of time in that number 10 role, which we've tried him in a few times. You know, Shelvey likes to sit back, pick the ball up, play the balls around. We've tried him in the number 10 before, and with a bit of mixed success. But like him running in behind a striker or with 2 wingers either side to play those balls in, you know, it could really suit him. But for whatever reason, it doesn't always work. But it did today. As I say, he had a bit of time in the number 10. Fantastic through ball to Lazaro. Cuts in, and I'm pretty sure on his wrong foot as well. So there's another wrong-footed goal. Gets number 4. As I say, and I'll go through a few player mentions in a minute. And then as I say, it wouldn't be Newcastle United if we didn't let in a last-second goal. And it had to be Dan Gosling, ex-Newcastle United player. So there you go. As I say, it wouldn't be a Newcastle performance or a Newcastle win without, you know, just getting it wrong right at the end. In terms of defence and goalkeeper, I think that was the only thing that they did wrong all game. Dubravka, did he have a? I don't know. I can't really even remember him touching the ball, to be honest. I know. And Lazaro hit Lazaro hit the crossbar, and Hayden missed an absolute sitter as well. There was good pressure from the defender, and Hayden was fresh off the bench, so maybe he wasn't ready for it. But dear me, you know, that's challenging with Gayle's that one. He's really missed a sitter, but when you're 4-0 up, it doesn't quite matter as much. But that was a sitter as well. But yeah, defensively, I thought Fernandez looked all right. He took a knock, but he seemed to play on, so hopefully he's okay. Manquillo looked good. Getting up and down the left wing for a change. Kraft played right back. You know, we've not seen a lot of them. I think he looked all right. To be honest, he didn't have anything to do. Lucky for him, and same with the whole of the defence. So, yeah, Callum Wilson was a massive miss to Bournemouth. They didn't really have too much going on, and as I say, because we went 2-0 up pretty quickly against the team who are already low on confidence, I think they were struggling from goal number 1, and that was after 5 minutes. So they are going to be in desperate need for Callum Wilson to try and grab them some goals. I mean, it's not over for Bournemouth. You know, 1 point takes them out of the relegation zone. A home game against Newcastle, I think they would have looked at that in a draw at least, to try and grab some points. You know, they haven't got easy games at the minute. But anyway, moving on to players for us. As I say, Saint-Maximin was brilliant. The runs he makes, the players he takes it past, and again, the big part of this for all of our players today, all of our attacking, creative, quick players, because that's the way we want to play. That's the way when you play in a 4-3-3, or when we normally play the 4-2-3-1, the idea of it is that, you know, it moves into a front three with Joe Linton, with Saint-Max, with Almiron, playing those quick passes, you know, getting off the counter. And we saw it against Sheffield United in the second half. We didn't see a lot of it against Aston Villa. And as much as that's kind of our aim with that formation, it often doesn't quite go to plan. But as I say, because we were confident, because we had time on the ball, it just allowed the players to express themselves. You know, the players on the wings were getting up and down brilliantly. And, you know, we mixed it up loads in this game. You know, we brought on Lazaro. We had Bentaleb in the side, who, again, as I say, looked really good, held the ball really well. It was great to see Shelby back. I thought he looked great. Gayle played and scored. It's great to see that, you know, quite often you just kind of think that's our first 11, that's our best 11. And, you know, I think it's... and I'm not going to say we're like Man City at all, because Man City have got like an interchangeable 25-man squad who are all world class, and we really are nowhere near that. But it is refreshing to bring someone on like Lazaro, who's on loan and we haven't seen enough of, come on and do something. And when you see that as well, you think, you know, we've not even been playing this guy. Why have we not seen more of Lazaro? If he can make runs like that, and even apart from the goal, I still thought he looked really good. So, yeah, as I say, a really good performance from Newcastle today. Let me know your thoughts down below. You know, good luck to Bournemouth. They need Callum Wilson on the pitch. They need to be scoring goals. I know that Fraser, one of their best players, has pretty much said, I'm not going to play or I'm not going to re-sign a new deal. So they are in tough times, and I like Eddie Howe. You know, I think Bournemouth are a good side. It's nice to see, you know, they've rose up the ranks and got to where they are. But you know, they are gonna need some help. And to be honest, if they're gonna play like that against Newcastle, they're gonna struggle because there's a lot of better teams than us, and we had a bit of a field day today. So, as I say, good luck to Bournemouth, but such a good day for us. Just after the Man City game, we needed something to smile about, and thankfully we've got it. So, as I say, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new, and let me know down below who was your man of the match. You know, Saint-Max, I think that's, you know, he is fantastic. It's hard not to say him, but I have mentioned a few names. I thought Bentaleb looked good. I thought Shelby looked really good. You know, Manquillo looked good. You know, I think the whole team did. So yeah, let me know down below who you think got the man of the match. Next up is West Ham at the weekend, and West Ham are down on their luck as well. So fingers crossed, maybe we can keep this ball rolling, because after that we've got our best mate Man City again. So yeah, fingers crossed for the West Ham game. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. As always, let me know who your man of the match was. Drop a like, and I'll catch you later.